Tuesday's homework is this one in your packet. Remember that we know if sine is 1/2, we can find that easily on the unit circle at 30 degrees and 150 degrees. Or if we were using radians, it'd be pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. This homework, though, is going to have you give radian answers as decimals. So you'll be changing pi to 3.14. So pi over 6 would be the same thing as 3.14 divided by 6. There's your answer. 5 pi over 6, take 5 times 3.14, divide by 6. That's your answer. Those are ones that are on the unit circle, that are visible answers on your unit circle. The ones you're going to have on your worksheet, like these, I'm going to do the first 2 examples and then 2 from the end. I won't do all 6. So the first example says that sine is 0.54. That's a lot like what I just showed you. So our answers will probably be very similar to this at the end. But since this is not on your unit circle exactly, we do know that sine is a positive answer in the first quadrant and the second quadrant. Use your calculator to inverse this value. So second sine 0.54. So my reference angle is 32.7 degrees. That means my 2 answers should be about that far into the first quadrant and about that same distance but into the second quadrant. So this first answer is really that in degrees. Now the second one takes a little thought process. This angle right here is 32.7 degrees shy of straight across. So you subtract 180 minus 32.7, and that will give you 147.3 degrees. So these are our 2 degree answers. But remember, we don't want degree answers here. We don't even want pi radian answers. We want decimal radian answers at the end. So, do you remember that pi and 180 are the same thing? And we learned about a month ago to multiply this times pi, divide by 180, but we're using decimals now. So you're going to take this times 3.14 and divide by 180. And that should give you 0.570 once you round. I also, after a while, just found the decimal for this. I divided 3.14 by 180 and got 0.01744. You need that many decimals to do the calculations so that this answer at the end comes out nicely to 3 decimal places. So if I took that times 0.017444, do that on your calculator over here, I got 2.570. Those are my 2 final answers. And remember, we said they'd be a lot like the answers up there. They are very close. When you do this assignment, I need to see what you got for a reference angle, what your 2 angles were. It'd be a good idea to show me this, just a little quadrant, and put an X in the 2 areas you think you'll get the answers from, and then obviously your final answer.